Hi everybody, welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Derek Carr playing at a really high level. Fired up, let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Derek Carr and the Raiders balling on offense since somebody left. A little 2x2 right here. RPO to get us started. Inside zone. Stick. Not my favorite, but pretty good versus zone right here. We're reading 52, the backside inside linebacker as a conflict defender. Nice and easy versus zone. Again, pretty simple read, right? Put it on him, get a nice little flow. Now, issues with this call. If you face any type of man coverage, it's real hard to throw stick like this to an open edge. So what do I mean by that? We're getting, here's that little stick route, usually paired with a flat, some variation of it. Versus zone, it's just he can't be right flat defender. Got deep third back here. We're conflict defender reading right here. So once he inserts into the run, it's just 1 versus 2. Nice easy completion. Pass pro wise, what's usually referred to as base blocking or lock blocking the backside. So the guard is on the tackle's on the end. Nice and easy. And then we're just blocking the run with the front side center guard, right tackle. So watch that combination, center, right guard. There it is, getting that double team. Then we're base blocking the backside or locking it. Just nice, easy read. Again, love it. Putting a lot of stress on the defense, horizontal stress, RPO stress. Then we're taking a shot. Little double moves. And really this just ends up being a jump ball one-on-one, but the DB can't get his head around. Beautiful ball placement. Again, up on the guy's face, giving him a shot to go make the play. Nice protection here. Subtle movement in the pocket. Certainly the arm strength to make this throw, but check the ball location here. Up and away. I mean, that's like a way down the field back shoulder. That thing is a thing of beauty. Really nice catch too. So what's going on routes-wise here? Well, there's a few things actually play design here that are worth talking about. Routes-wise here, we are going to get this thing going with a little double move. So we're going to come up here. Whether we're stutter in the corner or the out, it really doesn't matter. Then we're taking a shot. Same thing down here. A little stutter, and we're going to take a shot, except this time he doesn't beat this corner. This corner's out of there. So to me, this is probably what most people refer to as like a turn down or fall out. So instead of running the full double move, he kind of turns it down and tries to get open with basically like a pseudo comeback. So let's watch the first one up top and see the tight coverage. Double move. Got him. I'm going to run by him, hopefully, hip to hip. Now down here at the bottom, same route, except now that corner's way over the top. Look at the corner differences. One's on the 40, the other's on the 36, 37. So now you fall out of it, and there it is. So if you work the bottom of the screen, you could still throw, get a good chunk, just different type of route. And again, I'm not in the room. I'm just assuming that's what it is. But that's a really nice throw. Now, the other thing that I always think of when I see big chunks like this, especially when no one's around the quarterback, is how the hell are they doing this pass pro-wise? So we're doing this by chipping. So watch those guys on the edge. Renfro, the tight end. Renfro doesn't really need to because we get a spike from the defensive end, a little twisty. But again, that's how it happens. So really, this is 7-person protection, taking a chunk shot. Big explosive plays down the field, exactly what Derek Carr does. Next one here, 3rd and 6, inside the 10, rough interception. Obviously, bummer. Ball's a little bit behind the check down, batted ball, got some pressure in our face. Lots of things probably could have gone better here, obviously. Thanks, Captain Obvious. No turnover, but what I'm talking about is really the pass pro pressure up the middle here from the left guard, just getting beat in the B gap. He feels that pressure. To me, the ball probably should go to Renfro right here coming across on the 5, right there. I'm kind of the pseudo jerk if he has enough time to do it. Now, watching it from the wide, I thought it should go there regardless. Watching it from the end zone, not so much. That's a guy walking right back in your lap. You feel that color flash in front of your face, get outside the pocket. Now we're throwing the check down, and we're just not on the same page. Ball's a little bit behind him. Not only is the ball a little bit behind him, but then he decides to spike ball that thing up to his partner. Nice little easy tap for the kill. Tough. So lots of things go sideways there. Pass pro, decision, ball location, all of the above. But watch to me, we're reading down here at the bottom of the screen first. So whatever concept you want down here, I think they run just a little out and up, and then we're going to get essentially a little bender, but really the ball should probably go here. And it's here on kind of a pseudo jerk or choice where he's going to come across. Now the problem with those types of routes is they take a little bit of time. So let's assume that this is 1 and this is 2. Well, we don't even have enough time to get to 2. Now I think you can make the argument that when you live in that world of choice options with Renfroe all the time where he gets to run those cool routes, some of them don't happen quite as fast. You can see that kind of stutter at the top for Renfroe. I'm not sure it would be there regardless with the Pass Pro issues. Not being on the right page, spike ball, bad. So pretty wild to still have such a great day and have something like that happen on a big third down early in the red zone. You can just see just that little bit of pressure right on your lap. If you could win there at left guard or be a little bit more sturdy, not give up so much of an edge, I still think you probably get a conversion right there to Renfroe. But bad things happen when you tip the ball up over the middle of the field. Next one here, really nice touchdown pass. Little Peyton Manning, Brady, long trap pass to the tight end. Normally, I would hope that if you enjoy this channel, you would know what I'm going to say here as far as the DB, linebacker type defensive player only covering the width of his shoulders. But in this case, he's not even covering the width of his shoulders because this is probably the one place you don't want the ball to go. And we'll talk about the Pass Pro here. You can see the long trap left guard coming across. But that ball is actually on the width of his shoulders. I mean, you almost couldn't throw a worse ball here that could be caught. It's in the exact spot that I say is covered. And right here, even that spot's not covered, the width of his shoulders. That's just a hell of a catch. Now, it's a lot of dressing to basically get a one-on-one seam ball here. But you're not sure exactly what you're going to get in this area of the field. We're just going to come up here, and we're running that seam. We're going to come down here. You would hope you'd get a little bit of a fake. He does a nice job playing man coverage. Got the run action, the long trap right at him. Pulling guard, kicking out, right at him. He doesn't budge. He does his responsibility perfectly. Gets into the hip of the seam. Just doesn't get his head around, and tight end makes a hell of a play. I mean, there's at some point, these guys, you give them a shot to make plays, and they make plays. These things are hard to stop. You can see him coming down, right in the hip of the tight end. Everything except his head around, and that's just a ridiculous catch. At this point, he's not even covering the width of his shoulders. It's like routes on air. Big play. Love to see it. I still get, am I the only one that gets startled when they see the guy run onto the field like this? I think it's like a streaker. The guy's going to come tackle him. I wonder if they ever get like the players, like startle the players. Either way, Pass Pro here. I think this pass protection's made famous from Brady and Manning talking about it so much. Not the easiest thing to do, to be honest with you, to ask your guard to come over here and Pass Pro a defensive end. But that's just a ridiculous catch. Nice job by Carr giving him a shot. Even with the miss is small. Down here at the bottom of the screen, a little 9-stop. Love me some 9-stop. Love me some anticipation. So first thing, let's see when he separates with his hands. There, Carr's going to throw it. You can see the receiver at the bottom of the screen, not even close to coming out of that break yet. Ball's in the air before he even comes out of the break. Ball's right up on his face. I mean, just an absolute masterclass here. Guys are getting so good at throwing these routes. One-on-one, almost uncoverable. Really nice job. The other thing I love about this, and this is really more personal preference than anything else, I think most people, quarterback coaches, systems would make their quarterback throw 3 no-hitch here. I'm a big fan of this, what I call hybrid or shuffle footwork, where you kind of get your timing, stay in rhythm, all your cleats are in the ground. For me, it's just easier. I never was a huge fan of 3 no-hitch, but the timing of it I always felt was the same. So just that little shuffle, get all your cleats in the ground, rip it on time. Really nice to see Carr incorporating that kind of rhythmic drop. Not quite as conventional as you'll see, you know, a lot of guys doing the 3 no-hitch, especially from gun. Plus just easier, little insider tip if you're looking for easy. I think most people are looking for easy. Easy way to get the same timing if you're looking for timing anticipation balls outside the numbers. Nice way to incorporate that into your game. Carr is playing at a high level right now. Love to see him dealing like this. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. It lets you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I appreciate the support for the channel. Then if you want even more quarterback school content, can't get enough, check out the quarterback school Patreon community. And then if you want the absolute premium content, check out the courses. The links are in the description. I appreciate it. Let's keep the video going. Next one here, cool design. They have a bunch of cool ways that they get to 4 verticals. Down here at the bottom of the screen, you can see Renfro, tight end again, switch release, seam wide open. I've talked about iterations of this play before on the channel. The thing I will say is that I get nervous with the middle field player when you have this kind of fake. I guess it's a little different when the fake is to the right, but the jet action here to me will always bring the safety that way. But right here, he does a nice job seeing it. This is a unique coverage. This is kind of a Sunday coverage in my opinion, or just probably a mental mistake or issue on defense. But they look like they're playing man coverage on Renfro, and that's it. Everywhere else is zoned up, and they might be. So right here, he's really running what West Coast World calls the all-go special. Here's the seam off that switch release. The jet action is actually running the go down here. And we get a vertical up here. This is just 4 verticals, however you slice it. What I was talking about, coverage concerns for me always, is when you have any type of action going this way and you're trying to throw 4 verticals or seams this way, I get nervous that this guy's going to come over here. And they might want him to do that and try to get the ball to Renfro for all I know. But just being cognizant of any time you have horizontal motion really at the snap of, you don't really get the same clean look defensive wise as, hey, if we're just going to snap it here, it's middle field closed. Everybody in the world can see that. But I do love me some switch releases, and then just paying attention to the difference between this level and many other levels. You see weird coverages right here where essentially it's man here, and everywhere else it looks like they're playing zone. So that they're spot dropping damn near everywhere else. And so little things like that, talk about making a quarterback's life tough on your read, your man zone read. And he might just be locked on the vertical of number whatever, but that's a tough look. It's a great job getting to the seam. It's a nice job by the tight end throttling down. Cool design with the horizontal stretch, vertical stretch, switch release. There's a lot going into this play offensive architecture that's fun to see. Again, you can just imagine having that stretch, play fake, come up, and have a seam ripped right behind you. You can see those underneath linebacker types, right? They're all zone dropping. Nice job being able to see it, deliver the ball in those little holes, windows with that type of play action fake. Another one here. This one just Renfro. I put it in here because this dude really does have some great ability to create space and separation. Now it helps when the guy's that far off from the number 3. And let me go over this real quick because I feel like maybe some new people to the channel. When I'm talking number 3 receiver right here, to me, most offenses and defense really count the eligibles outside in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Maybe not if he's in the backfield, but I still do. So to me, that's how it's lined up when I say the 3 receiver, the 2 receiver, the 1 receiver, etc. That's what it is. Right here, he's running just a little option route in the center. Now the thing to pay attention to for me is how much space there is, even when he runs the option. You're looking for guys that can create separation and space. You don't run to get covered. Right here, just a really nice job by Renfro, kind of doing what he does as far as creating and maintaining space. Comes off under control. I mean, that's just way too much space for him, for being a guy who's like that in the league. Now, Carr-wise here, love the fact that he's able to manipulate the pocket, trust it, climb it, create space to be able to create this throw. It's not always going to be clean. He's able to climb that pocket again, giving up the left B-gap edge. Get up, 2 hands on the ball. I mean, just really nice, right? Hits that back foot. Instead of bailing, climbs, protects the ball, and is able to throw an accurate ball. Buddy ball right there. A lot of trust. Again, it's not always going to be perfect, but still finding completions, moving the chains, clean plays, protecting the ball. There's just a lot to like. And this is just simply too much space on Renfro. But love seeing Carr be able to protect the ball like that, climb the pocket, and distribute it on time. Really fun to see him kind of play at this high of a level, this consistently, healthy. Fun to see. Next one here, great design. Again, different type of 4 verticals up top. Now, lots of offensive architectural choices here as far as spacing. But first of all, you have to have the time to be able to do this. So nice pass pro. Again, you can see the subtle movement to his left. This is not easy. His left, throw to the right. Ball's right up on his face. Accurate. Allows the receiver to catch it and run. Now, things to pay attention to for me here. First of all, love me some quads. So that's 4 receivers to a side. Usually, this is going to be a running back type, so we can keep similar personnel in here. Tight end down here. So we're putting a lot of stress here on matchups. So when I say 4 verticals, there it is. Usually the point man runs the special. I think he runs the 1. And then we're up the seam with the 2. So this is just 4 verticals. For the quarterback, the read's never really going to change. Really easy to see the middle of the field player. Again, it looks like we got a man type situation on the backside of 4x1 or 3x1. And that's just a lot of space. So if you were just looking at pure, hey, let's attack space, right? That looks like a lot of space on an NFL field. So how can we get there? Again, the thing that I love, I know it's just me probably, but these switch releases. So right here, between the 3 and the 4, so count out the eligibles. 1, 2, 3, the point of the bunch, 4 right there. This little switch right here, I'm used to calling a swap release. So swap that thing. Just put a significant amount of stress on a defense to be able to handle all those releases, all those verticals. Now, you obviously have to be able to hold up on pass pro, which is a whole different issue. But right here, he does a nice job moving in the pocket. And look at all that space they're able to attack. They're trying to push the coverage. How many guys do they have dropping over there? 6. 6 over 4. 1-on-1 down here to the bottom. Don't like the 1-on-1. Okay, let's attack the green grass. There it is. Just outstanding chunk plays down the field. Another offensive choice here that they're making is the spacing of the bunch. You know, to me, that's as far as you would ever want it. That's asking a lot for that guy to come all the way across. And you can see how it takes just a little bit of time. He's able to take 3, hitch, reset, move, buy enough time to do that. If anything, maybe I would move that bunch down so that guy gets over there quicker. But again, all these are different choices an offensive architecture coordinator is making. Right here, this goal line screen, everybody's running little SRO, screen run option. That's a big old hit. If I was that wide receiver, I might ask if we could move that split out just a little bit longer so 49 doesn't catch an edge there. It's a big collision. But scheme-wise here, what's going on? Really, people have been running this. I think of the Patriots for running this for 10 years. I think teams are getting better at actually hitting it on the run. I think back in the day, the Patriots used to run it as almost like a quick screen where he would block. Now they're hitting it almost on the run. This guy is going inside and kind of walling this defender. So if they try to banjo this thing or 2 over 2 it, he's kind of running like an inside instead of true blocking. He's just kind of getting in the way. And you're coming right in here. The big hit comes from inside out. You know, so when I say move the split, I would say, hey, let's move this guy out another tick so we get this, create this much space, and then we have a little bit more of a true kind of window in here to not take that collision. But again, all choices. None of those splits by wide receivers are wherever they want. It's not recess out there. You can see that the release by the number 2 gets in the way, and then that's just a big old hit. If he didn't like that, so the screen run option, you're just going to hand off what looks like jab duo down here to the bottom. The footwork of the back. Nice throw from Carr. Certainly easier throwing this to your left than your right. All gap blocking for the offensive line, it looks like. There it is, just big collision. But love those kind of touchdown passes. Last one here, great play design. Getting the fullback on the wheel. Yes, please. Wide open. Love to see it. Just great offensive design. Anytime you're manufacturing guys, fullbacks wide open on vertical threats, you know things are going in the right direction. Look at the safety, linebacker types biting up on the run, trying to really blow that thing up. And then we got him on the wheel. Love to see it. Great play calling. Great design. Good job by Carr getting it out there. But when we're talking about when you want to dial these types of things up, you've got this player coming down, safety type coming down. You know, technically, if he just plays his role and doesn't lose his mind and try to hit this thing crazy, then this thing has no chance to really pop out here. But when both these guys come up, and because they're defensive players, they want to go in there and make the big hit, come up. It's a great job by the fullback being able to come in, split them, and then get width. So we come in here, usually run something right at that safety to hold that middle field player so he doesn't come over the top, because he's never really thinking, hey, I got to worry about the vertical of the fullback. So he's going to be locked into the release of the wide receiver, and then we're able to just take a shot down the field. But let's watch that stem of the fullback. So he gets through there, splits them. You know, the other thing that most DBs or linebackers will do there, if they're worried about this type of route, is grab the hell out of that fullback. If they can see the fake, if they can see Carr not give it to him, they'll grab him right there. But great job splitting him, and then watch him get wide. So he gets that width to really create width from that safety. They don't run a post. They run almost what I'm going to guess is like a read route where you can curl it, post if you can, or curl it. Just a great offensive design. Love taking advantage of what you're doing in the run game. Being able to run it from I, come back and attack it. Look at these guys come downhill. Whoop. Oh, man. Great throw from Carr, too. Those are sometimes the hardest throws, wide open. Fun to see these guys playing at this level. So that is a wrap. Derek Carr playing at a high level, fighting through some obviously organizational issues, turbulence, to be able to play like this through that. Beyond impressive. Excited to see if it can continue the rest of the year. Let me know what you thought of the video. I appreciate it. I will see you next time. Have a good one.